got an injury.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's good. Got killed. Nice. I'm going back to you.
Pulse is down.
Throwing flashbang.
They're behind me. I heard that. No, I killed her. I heard her coming.
Oh shit.
Alright, Len.
Over the door.
Nice. So if the game being bigger than ever, and with it still growing, there are more and more players every day, and Rainbow Six Siege can be very difficult to get into and take quite a bit of time to get your head around. So I thought I'd make a video to help out those newer players, since Siege is quite a bit different from most other FPSs. So to start off, I'll be talking about the drones and cameras and tips with those. Now this may seem like a no-brainer to those experienced players, but I still see people nearly a year later after the game's release not taking advantage of one of the most useful tools available to them. So for those newer players, a good practice is to find the objective room in the preparation phase, ID the enemies, and you do this by looking at the enemies with your drone or camera until you get the ID enemy pop-up. Knowing who you're up against is a key point in the game, and you're at quite a disadvantage if you don't ID them. Obviously, you can just tell your teammates if you spot a certain operator, but it's always a good idea to ID them. Do not mark them. Now, this is more useful if you're on comms with your teammates, and not marking them is mostly used in ranked. If you mark the enemy, they'll know that they're being marked and shoot out the camera. So it's sometimes better to tell your teammates where you see them. For an example, we're saying he's making his way down the stairs on the second floor. That sounds very vague, I know, but people will know what you mean when you say it. And it's more often than not better to say it than just to mark the enemy, because they'll just turn around and shoot the camera, like I said. Also, a good thing to do when you're on attack is to leave your drone in the room where you plan on entering the building from, so you can safely enter a room, or at least know if an enemy's in there or not. A good way to counter flankers is to leave a drone behind you when you're pushing towards the objective. If you have one sat behind you, watching a doorway or a corridor, you can have a teammate sit on the drone and call out when they see an enemy flanking around behind you. Ideally, you want a dead teammate doing this. If you are dead, don't just sit there spectating your teammates. Use any available cameras or drones to help. You won't believe how helpful a teammate using a camera is when you're the last one left or cornered in a room. Now, I won't be including Valkyrie cameras in this video, since I don't imagine many new players will have her, and they'll get an idea for good spots to hide cameras from just playing with those who use her. Oh, and always shoot out enemy drones when defending, and remember to shoot enemy cameras when you're attacking. When you're pushing up, look out for cameras and take them out, because the less intel the enemy team has, the better, as intel is key after all in Rainbow Six Siege. Thermite is with Ash in the armory.
Jumped out the stairway window because he smashed the window, chucked the drone in, and then so I've heard him, jumped out, knifed him, ran around.
Alright, Thermite's opening the wall outside our objective room door, so they can shoot from inside there. Yeah, they're on the left side. Get ready to shoot on the left side. Oh, he crossed.
Oh. Window crossed.
Oh. Wow. That was a good wallbang. So up next is communication, and communication is one of the most important things in Siege. I'd even go as far to say that communication and callouts can be as important as good gunplay. So get used to calling out when you see an operator and you've killed him, but you haven't identified him yet. He's not up there. It's just there's a little question mark that's crossed out. Even if your teammates do see that he's died in the kill feed, it's always good practice just to say, by the way, I killed Kavera who was roaming behind us, or a pulse. Especially if they're roaming, you want to tell your teammates that you've just killed a roamer so they have that reassurance. If you spot any Capcan traps or black eye cameras, frost traps, or a roamer, and especially if you see any enemies going for a spawn kill or opening a window, call it out so you can counter it or change spawns to a different location to avoid being spawn killed. Just knowing where a trap or an enemy is can be enough for your teammates to turn the tide. Something I see quite often when people die is that they complain and don't say where they were shot from, and then the enemy flanks you and takes out one or two of your teammates. When you die, call out where you were killed from. Like I said earlier, intel is key, and knowing the location of an enemy helps immensely. Lastly, if you're using a drone and you see an enemy in a room who is sitting still and your teammate is in the room next to them, you can do a 3-2-1 mark, which is where you tell your teammate there's an enemy in the room next to them. You count down from 3, holding down the mark button, which is triangle on the PS4, Y on the Xbox, and I don't know what it is on PC. And once the marker appears, your teammate can shoot them immediately. The reason you count down is because people tend to move once they've been marked. So if you count down, it gives your teammate enough time to get ready and shoot as the marker appears. This is more of an advanced tactic, but I thought I'd include it because you can still practice it, and after a few games, if you can manage to make it work, you'll get used to doing it. So keep that in mind if you want to try something slightly more advanced. Thirdly is awareness and a good headset, or both, preferably both. Most people are going to have a good headset nowadays, and I honestly find it incredibly difficult, almost unplayable, even after playing it for several months, to play without one. I won't play Siege without a headset. I started off playing without one, and then didn't look back after wearing a headset. I know that sounds so cheesy, but if anyone's played Siege, they understand. That being said, take advantage of sound in this game and abuse it. Everything in this game makes a unique and very loud, prominent sound, from doors being barricaded to glass being trodden on.
On the right, the window.
Oh, I was watching it there.
Yeah.
Capcan's dead.
Ow, our teammate ran into a trap. He's camping in the hole. Yeah, he's camping on the right. He was. Behind something, like.
Oh, he was watching from there. Luke, am I? Oh, you're further.
Might be able to save him.
Can't
Where was he, Lou?
in that room in the office to your left.
Got him. Good shout. I heard him. You know.
Just grenade it.
He's not going to do. Yeah, don't worry. He's not going to do anything.
No, but I don't want his teammates to help him up, so I'm going to leave a drone for you, okay?
Yeah, Pulse is where that marker is. He's waiting for it. I think he might see you. I think Pulse is going for you. He's got a shotgun.
Loading new mag.
That's all. Oh, he's just outside the objective room. He's going in and out of it. He's gone back in. Pulse has gone back in.
Where did that enemy go?
He's behind the table to your left. Table after the table, yeah.
No, he's not.
Look at this.
Fucking bastard! Wait, right, let me take my drone.
Last operator standing.
It's just Pulse. Watch for cat tracks,
He's
please.
in the objective room. Last one I saw. This is a.
One is on
Oh,
there,
he's coming
Fury.
out.
Just
He's in the hole. He's in the hole. Just outside the objective room.
Good,
Yes.
good goal.
nice.
Op 4 neutralized. Mission
Sound can be the biggest giveaway in Siege. Footsteps from above make a different sound from footsteps on the same floor as you, and footsteps can make different sounds on metal railings compared to when walking on concrete. I know this is fucking obvious, but in Siege, being able to tell the difference can massively help and allow you to flank or cover a certain room or entrance. To avoid being heard and limit the sound being made from your footsteps, you can crouch using circle on PS4 and B on Xbox, I think it is, and I don't know what it is on PC, so sorry. And this makes you slower, but allows you to make less noise when walking about. So next is callouts, and callouts in Siege are an absolute must. Obviously, you're not going to know any when you first start playing, so a good place to start is with your compass. When you're standing in a room, the name of the room you're in will appear next to your compass, and the same will happen when you're using a drone. The location of the drone will appear next to the compass. So if you see any enemies in a room but you don't know the name of it, you can use descriptive words such as in the blue room, third floor stairs, the room with the 2 small beds in it, These are just some vague examples. Try to use short descriptive phrases and not just waste time, and try to keep it clear and concise. I don't really have much to say on callouts other than that. I find they're like the most helpful key pointers, so I hope that helps you. So last but not least is crosshair placements. Headshots are a one-shot kill in this game, so crosshair placement is something you want to get nailed down. You don't want to walk around aiming at the floor. You want your gun at head height, so when the enemy comes into sight, you can get that headshot off really quickly instead of trying to acquire your target then taking a shot. Something worth noting is quick peeking. Crosshair placement when doing this is absolutely key. Because let's face it, Siege's hit detection is not all that great, and quick peeking is a good way to take advantage of it. For those of you who don't know what quick peeking is when you peek a door or a corner, then strafe left and right as quickly as you can, so you pop out quickly and take a shot. This works more often than not, and for this reason it's very, very powerful. It's basically just pop out, take a shot, go back into cover, pop out, take a shot, go back into cover. Experienced players use this a lot and abuse it with fast characters such as Ash, so bear that in mind. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. I plan on making a more in-depth advanced 5 top tips video in the future. I still need to make a best and worst attacking operators video, which will hopefully be out soon. As of now, my best and worst defending operators video is doing surprisingly well and is nearly at 2,000 views, so thank you all for watching that video. But anyways, thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up and comment down below if you think I missed anything, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
He's right behind me. Oh my god.
You will be detected if you remain in this area.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I can't see him any drones yet.
He's right at the back of control room. Oh my god, man.
Yeah,
Right,
there
he's
he
coming
is.
to the front door, stay,
Yeah,
to that door. He's right at the camera. Fuck's
got up
sake.
Whoa, that was disgusting.
4 eliminated.
Surprised he didn't die from the first few shots. Watch.